Welcome to another edition of As the Crow Flies Hiking. On this video, I have got a great budget-friendly setup for a hammock. I was contacted by Easthills Outdoors. They have a complete setup, a hammock for $69.99. And that's not just the hammock. That is the hammock, the rainfly, and the bug netting. Complete setup with the straps, everything you need for a hammock setup. Great for somebody getting into backpacking, getting into a hammock, and not ultra light, but it is pretty light, and I think it's a great setup for the money. Let's take a look at it. The Easthills Outdoors hammock, bug net, rainfly, all together. Let's put it together and see what it looks like. All right, now that we got the hammock set up, got the rainfly set up, I got it folded over just so you can see the hammock and the bug netting. But let's talk a little bit about some of the specs of this budget-friendly hammock, first starter kit hammock that you can get from Easthills Outdoors. I found the company to be very friendly. They approached me, asked me to do a review of this hammock. I have a young son who loves hammocks. When he saw it, he fell in love with it. And I think that it is a great hammock for somebody just getting into hammock. They don't want to go out and buy some $500 hammock, but they want to get into a budget-friendly type hammock setup. So Easthills Outdoors offers this full kit, and it's very budget-friendly. At the time of this video, $69.99, which is a great price point for what you get. You get a complete bug netting. It is the no-seam bug netting. From what I understand in the tech specs, is 250 holes per square inch. That's a lot of holes per square inch. But it also has complete bug protection, and it can be taken off. All you have to do is release one of the carabiners, slide it off, and then if you don't have any bug issues, then you can just go without the bug netting, or leave it at home if you don't need it, and save some of the weight. Talking about weight, it looks like the hammock is around 36 ounces. So this is not an ultralight setup, obviously. It is comparable to an Eno style hammock. It is the 110 taffeta, I think is what you call it, parachute material. But essentially, you know it when you see it. It's that nylon type parachute material that you see on the ENO or Eagle Nest Outfitter hammocks. It looks the same, but they come in various colors. But the bug netting is really nice because you can see it has this line that goes across, and all you have to do is clip it. This was my first time setting it up. It didn't take that long, especially with the bug netting. Now, the rainfly can be a little bit difficult to set up for your first time if you're used to a tent, because the bug netting, you have to do some knots with the strings on the top. Not that good of a knot guy, but I try my best. But essentially, all you have to do is just do a couple of little overhand loop, a timberline knot, whatever you need to do to get that knot around and get it taut for the rain netting. All right, let's talk about the hammock itself. As I said, it is the double nest hammock, so you could fit 2 people in there. It is set in a just symmetrical hammock style. Some hammocks have an extra bit of fabric on the end so that you can lay asymmetrical in the hammock, but you can't do that in a typical type parachute material hammock like this. You just have to lay flat. You are going to have some of that kind of banana boat style that you lay in. You're going to move. I have hyperextended knees, so sometimes when I lay in a hammock, my knees buckle a little bit behind, and it does cause some discomfort. So know that when you get in one, that if you want to have one that's a little bit more asymmetrical and you can slide and lay on your side, you need a different style of hammock. But for what you get here, this is a great hammock. It is very comfortable for this type of material. It'll stretch with you, and it lays about as flat as you can for this style of hammock. Again, let's move to the rainfly. The rainfly, I think, is 24 ounces. I'll put all the specs below as we talk about this in the dimensions. This is my first time taking it out, basically 3 nights with this hammock and hammock setup. So I was interested to see how it does and see how comfortable it is. I will say that as you can look at the rainfly setup, you can see that the rainfly itself is, well, I asked a buddy of mine, Metro on the Move, what it is, and he called it the batwing style. So it essentially is an asymmetrical type setup, or catenary cut, because it comes out to the corners and you don't have full protection down below, but you have full 9 feet of protection on the top. So as you fold this over, I have it folded over right now just so that you can see the hammock and the bug netting and how it's set up. But the rainfly itself looks like a sun protection covering on the inside, and then it is waterproof 2,000 mm or 2,000 millimeters. Now, what does that mean? I don't really do math on these videos because I don't do math anyway. But if you look it up, and I have this website from MSR that I'll put down below and you can take a look. But if you look at that website, MSR has a good explanation in a video and an explanation in text of what that waterproofness means. 2,000 millimeters is a very good waterproofing style and amount, because a typical umbrella is about 410. It's going to be waterproof. What does it mean? It means that if you have 2,000 millimeters of water on it, it's going to penetrate, and it's going to be permeable, and it's going to leak. You can look online, you can find tarps that are going to be well over $69 just for the tarp itself, but you're going to get a hammock, a bug netting, and a rainfly for $69. If you're interested in getting into a hammock setup like this, you can go straight to this, $69. Not a bad investment to see if you like to be in a hammock and how it works for you, and then you can figure out what you want to do beyond that. But Easthill Outdoors has a great setup. I think it's a very comparable hammock to others. It has the aluminum carabiners on both sides, and the straps go out 10 feet. These straps are the daisy chain types, so you can move the carabiner up at different increments depending on the length of your trees. My typical idea for how the length of your trees is, take your hiking poles and stretch them out left to right, and you should have a little bit left on the end between the trees, and that should get you for a 10-foot hammock. Some people have 11-foot hammock to give a little more comfortable. This is a 10, and so I would say if you're above 6'1" or so, you probably want to go to the 11-foot hammock instead of the 10-foot hammock. Good daisy straps that you would use for holding the hammock. I think they hold up to 710 pounds, which is well more than you need, but I guess it is calibrated for a 2-person hammock, though I don't know why you would put 2 people in the hammock like that. It would be very uncomfortable. Also, the bug netting has the SBS zippers. As I did those zippers, those are some of the high quality zippers that you don't see on a budget friendly hammock on the netting. So those are good zippers that are going to last you. They're not going to be zippers that are going to get caught in the netting over and over. Thank you guys for watching this episode of As the Crow Flies Hiking in this setup of the Easthill Outdoors hammock, rainfly, and bug net all together. Great price point, great little hammock. I hope you'll check them out, see if this is something that you would be interested in if you're trying to get into hammock camping and get in the outdoors in something that will give you a good price point without breaking the bank on a setup. This is a fully inclusive setup. You get all the features that you need, everything that you need to get started in backpacking with a hammock setup. I will see you on the next episode of As the Crow Flies Hiking.
Great night in the hammock, first night in the hammock. Got a couple more nights to check it out. I was able to put the rainfly in a porch mode, and that was really nice. It kind of gave it some area underneath I can work in. I like that. Going to work on my tie out points a little better, but overall very comfortable last night, first night. I'm really liking this hammock. I think it's a good little setup. But I really like the fact that in the asymmetrical shape of the rainfly, you can create a nice porch mode that gives you a lot of space to work under.